I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom comes responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended. Nelson Mandela. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Helen Keller. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. Theodore Roosevelt. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Each. There comes in their lifetime a special moment when they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered the chance to do a very special thing, unique to their talents and their calling. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for that which could have been their finest hour. Winston Churchill. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Maya Angelou. I have learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Booker T. Washington. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet deprecate agitation are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its many waters. Frederick Douglass. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. If you look for truth, you may find comfort in the end. If you look for comfort, you will not get either comfort or truth, only soft soap and wishful thinking to begin, and in the end, despair. C. S. Lewis. The road ahead will not be easy, but America was not built on fear. It was built on courage, on imagination, and an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand. The climb might be steep, the road might be long, but together, there is no challenge we cannot overcome. Barack Obama. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance. In every dark hour of our national life, a leadership of frankness and vigor has met with that understanding and support of the people themselves which is essential to victory. And I am convinced that you will again give that support to leadership in these critical days. Franklin D. Roosevelt. And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure, in fact, whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what the storm is all about. Haruki Murakami. I have a lot of things to prove to myself. One is that I can live my life fearlessly. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Whatever obstacles you encounter, know this. You are not just surviving them. You are transforming into the strongest, most resilient version of yourself. Oprah Winfrey. And Lamont. Hope begins in the dark. The stubborn hope that if you just show up and try to do the right thing, the dawn will come. You wait and watch and work. You don't give up. Challenges don't break us. They refine us into something greater. And Lamont. Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Even the worst obstacles are opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case, you fail by default. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. J.K. Rowling. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Life's challenges may seem insurmountable, but every struggle teaches us something. Our sorrows will not last forever, and hope is an eternal spring that feeds our soul. Victor Hugo. Sometimes our light goes out, but is blown again into instant flame by an encounter with another human being. Each of us owes the deepest thanks to those who have rekindled this inner light. They remind us that no challenge is too great to be overcome. Albert Schweitzer. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. Every great achievement is a story of persistence and overcoming daunting odds. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Permanence, perseverance, and persistence in spite of all obstacles, discouragements, and impossibilities. It is this that in all things distinguishes the strong soul from the weak. It's the ability to endure the storm that marks greatness. Thomas Carlyle.